Soccer 605. We're here at the Dakota Alliance Soccer Club Sendoff for regionals with Coach Dale Weiler. Dale, you're going to be taking 2 teams this year, correct?
Yep, taking 2 teams. Personally, I've got the 14 boys and the 17 boys. You know, the 17 boys, this is their 5th straight time, I think I want to say. So 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 that they've made it there. And they've actually been quite successful over the last few years. I say successful probably because they haven't gone and lost all their games or gotten their butts handed to them.
Well, I think if I recall, last year in their last game, a late goal that was scored on them and kept them from going into the next day, right?
Yeah, so it was cool. We got to actually play on the day that if you won, we could move on into the next round. That hasn't happened in years, so that was exciting. I just think the mental side of the game for the group is a little bit difficult because they get into these big bottle-up games, and sometimes they're not as prepared maybe as they need to be because they don't experience it as much. So.
Well, it seems frequently, Dale, that our teams from South Dakota get in trouble that first game. They're maybe not mentally prepared, maybe haven't fully accepted the fact that they belong there. What are you doing as a club to help your players prepare for that very first game?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I think you can almost compare it to the Ghana-USA game. I think the first game for the United States was obviously a big game for them, and they needed to play in a certain way or have a certain attitude about it to, you know, get a result from it, whatever it was, winning or tying or whatever the case. And for our groups, I'd like to maybe compare it to that. I think our coaching staff is critical in that aspect of having conversations and meetings with the team about, you know, what's important, what's realistic when we go there. I think all of our coaches understand that us going there in the first game and scoring a bunch of goals and, you know, winning isn't realistic, but going there and fighting and, you know, being determined and really focusing on those sorts of things. The soccer side of things will come. It's going to be tough no matter what. The technical side is going to be a lot sharper, a lot faster. The players are going to be bigger and faster, stronger, all that. But I think if we show up with an attitude to just kind of persevere through stuff, if you get scored on early or if you can hang around for 20 minutes in a game, well, then anything can happen. And I think, you know, as a former player, and you probably know this with your son too, is whenever a team was going to play South Dakota, it was always like the walkover game, you know, like this, who cares, you know, this is a shoe-in victory for us. But hopefully that changes this year. I think actually in Colorado we got a little bit of, you know, more recognition as a state anyway that, hey, there's some good clubs here anyway, and hopefully that kind of carries through now to regionals where hopefully there's a little bit similar competition from the Colorado event. So. Well,
and it wouldn't hurt for the other teams to not be expecting what you're going to be bringing, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you never know. They're not going to be expecting much, so if we can change that, that'd be awesome, yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about your U14s. Your U17s are experienced in going there, but what about your 14s?
Yeah, 14 boys, interesting. You know, last year they won and went on to regionals in Iowa, and I watched a few of their games. They didn't get blown out per se, which was nice. I think they're a pretty resilient type of team. They're kind of difficult to score on. Our problem is our size, probably. There's a lot of smaller kids in the team. The technical side of the game, they're spot on with, and they're really clean with that. It's just, can they hang in terms of, you know, the size of the players and being able to play technical soccer at a high pace. That's going to be the biggest issue for them. But I told them today at training, this morning, our last practice before we went, I mean, anything can happen, and if you focus on, you know, determination and things like that and just never giving up and having like a fighting attitude, who knows what can happen. So.
Well, and big things come in small packages. If they can use that size as an asset at this point in their age and development.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, smaller players generally in the game of soccer are more of the skilled players, right? I think in the United States it's a bit different though, because you go to these, you know, bigger cities and generally the soccer players are just big, strong, fast kids, especially when you're like 13, 14, and 15 because they've grown, you know, a little bit quicker than some of the others, so that's an advantage for them. But we'll try our best and give everything we got.
Now, Sunday, the U.S. is playing. You have 2 teams. How does your schedule look?
It's perfect. I play at 8 a.m. and noon, so I'll be done at 1:32, and then I'm heading to wherever a watch party is to check it out. I'm going to wear my new USA kit the whole day, so I cannot wait.
All right, so you can celebrate a couple wins along with the U.S. win, right?
Hope so, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for taking some time with us at Soccer 605, Coach.
Yep.
Best of luck at regionals. Keep us posted.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Carl. All right.
Going to a tournament? At Select Top Tournaments, get all the information you need right on your smartphone. Instant messaging on Facebook and Twitter. Tournament schedules and results. Even coupons from local restaurants and businesses. You can find it on your computer or smartphone at tourneyprogram.com. It's easy and fun, and it's coming to a top tournament near you. So do you host tournaments? Go to easytourneyprogram.com and discover why every top tournament in the country is going to this incredible new platform.